Hey tribe, welcome back. I had to put this out on Tuesday instead of Monday because I had quite a lot of clients recently, and a lot of interesting things are happening with people, collectively speaking. Relationship seems to be a theme for most of us right now. I've noticed in my readings that there is like a flow, okay? Imagine a wave. One wave comes in and people are questioning their purpose or their careers. They want to make changes there. And right now what's happening, the theme is relationship. I'm also seeing people wanting to dive much deeper and do hypnosis sessions to figure out why they're feeling the way they're feeling, to work on anxiety, to work on, also I'm seeing resentment. And I love doing those because I love seeing changes after those. So a little update. Let's go. Pile number 1 on your left, 2 in the middle, and 3 on your right. Choose yours. I will see you in timestamps. Hello, my people. Pile number 1. What is up with you? Next week and a half, you have the 4 of Wands, which is called the beaming vessel in this deck. I'm gonna get cards from various different decks, so give me a sec until I lay all of them out. This is the Urban Tarot, in case anyone will be asking. Ocean deck. I think it's called Purpose. Something to do with Purpose. Oracle cards, don't remember. It's been a while. The Healing Light Tarot. Okay. And the last one. Let's look at all of them. We have a Devil. On the other side, we have the Contemplation with a Hermit mode. Hermit mode. Hermit card. Okay. We have the Justice. We have 7 of Swords right below the Devil. What a combo. We have the Tower. Okay. I like to see the Tower after these two. We have the 8 of Swords. What are you going through here? And we have the Chariot at the very end. Nice. Give your relationship a chance. Okay. Pile number 1. Next week's theme is what to watch out for. Okay. And what to watch out for would be any deception. Okay, would it be a deception that comes from the other? Would it be deceiving yourself in some way here? Overall, what we're looking at destroying with the Tower card any lies, any shady business, any unhealthy habits, okay? Specifically, I'm getting addiction here. I don't know for who this is. Maybe this is someone that you're dealing with. We're seeing someone who wants to hide their addiction. They may want to lie about it. They may want to hide it. Could be also a situation where someone knows that a person that they're seeing is really not good for them, and they decide to hide it from the world. They decide to deceive their friends, saying, no, I left that behind. I'm not seeing this person anymore. Could be also a situation where someone manipulates the other person in order to get what they want, and someone is in a web of lies here. It feels like someone really wants to, in some way, to get someone to do something that they want for their own benefit. So that would be the things to look out for. Also, I'm seeing a situation where someone wants to trap the other person by getting pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant, even if the relationship is really unhealthy, just to keep that person. I'm telling you that there is a lot of tea in this pile number 1. I haven't seen it like this for a while. But remember, we have a Justice card over here, which is really important. What is not meant to be will have to go. It will fall apart eventually. What is not authentic, what is not good, what is not pure, it is going to face the Justice card. okay? If someone is deceiving the other, if someone is trying to manipulate the other, it all will show. And it will show in, maybe for some people, in kind of chaotic ways. And it's gonna show up, or there might be a lot of drama. For others, it's gonna show more on their mental state. There's not gonna be so much chaos, but just externally, but just chaos in their head when they're trying to figure out how to move forward. These are the strong cards that we want to see in such a spread, because we're seeing someone finally destroying in some way the darkness, or getting rid of any unnecessary energy that has had a toll on someone for a long time. Now, the Four of Wands is called the beaming vessel in this deck. So the light is being shed on the thing that is the darkest for someone to see. To see the truth of a situation, to see the realness of the situation, to see someone's intentions. Or to see if this is a habit thing, to see how bad of that habit has become in order to deal with it better, in order to change it for something that is much healthier. That's why we have this contemplation card, where we're gonna have to take a moment and just be, in order for us to figure out what is the best way to move forward. At the end of the day, what we're seeing, someone is moving forward. They're not stuck. This is pretty fast here. Yeah, for some time it may be difficult. Someone may be too much in their head, but they are making a clear decision here, conscious decision, that they don't want to keep coming back to this. Therefore, they're finding a solution by contemplating, and they are finding themselves back into balance. We have balance twice here. White and black horse right here, and the Justice card right here. For some of you, this could be a situation that you are facing in your careers. Maybe you work in law, or in a field that requires justice, okay? So that's not your particular case, but it's someone else's case that you might be dealing with. I want to clarify, give your relationship a chance. Okay, I see. Now, someone keeps giving a situation. It doesn't need to be necessarily relationship chance, but it keeps destroying them in some way. Or if this is a habit, someone keeps coming back to making the same mistake, and they hurt in their body in some way. But the good thing is that they want to try and work this out. How can I have a better relationship with myself? For some other people who are dealing with someone who is really destructible to some extent, they keep giving the relationship a chance, thinking that they're moving forward, and they always end up in the same place. Now, if this is your pile, you'll know this, because this was a repetitive thing. It didn't happen once. It happened many times before. So what happens, universal balance is here, karma is here, and we're looking into that. We're shedding a light, shining a light on something that we had to look at, and it shall not be ignored. A lot of you may have an urge to create a cozy environment for yourself next week and a half. Would it be getting yourself a scented candle, getting yourself a new blanket, or just tidying your home overall, because you want to feel peaceful, at least for someone out there, in your home. There's a lot of chaos that someone is facing or was facing, and now is the time to take care of ourselves and to create this safe space. And we then can contemplate in that safe, clean space. Our head becomes clearer, our thoughts become clearer, and we can move forward. So I hope this made sense, and this pile was found by those who needed this. I just want to say you have chosen the feather, and someone is setting themselves free here. So I'm wishing you a powerful week, a fair week. And if you need more content, find me on Patreon. I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 2. Let's see what is up with you next week, week and a half. You have the Hermit to start with. I'm going to be pulling from various different decks and we'll look at all of those cards together. I feel like that's enough. Let's start with these. Self-worth, trigger statement, I am disgusting. True statement, I am a miracle. Finances and career. 5 of Cups. The Hierophant. The Hermit twice, wow. 9 of Cups with a wish. And King of Wands with practicality. Let's see. So the theme is very clear here. A lot of you may feel like you are hermiting and it's important to you. It's important to you because it seems like you are taking that time to figure out what is your next goal, especially when it comes to career and finances. What do I want to do next? How can I improve myself in this work situation? How can I be the best worker, the best professional in my field? And a lot of you are actually crushing it. Feels like someone closes themselves in a room to get some brilliant ideas. This Hermit card doesn't feel to me as a reflection of the self, of the parts of a shadow. This feels like, how can I get better ideas? And how can I grow my self-worth? Okay, a lot of you are focused on the miracle that you are instead of the dark aspect of this card, which is I am disgusting. I'm not getting that. I feel like a lot of you are wanting to be gentle and love yourself to provide your body, mind, what it truly needs to carry you on your journey. So self-care is big next week, week and a half, and also what's on your mind is work and finances. And I feel like you're gonna smash it. The point of view that you have, the perspective that you have on your work is how can I be most practical? See, the King of Wands can sometimes be a little bit unpractical because this is a person who likes to go where their passion lies. And sometimes it can be compromising their finances, okay? To some extent, it depends, right? Some people, it's 50-50. Some people are there like, hey, I want to experience the joys of life. I want to travel. I want to see where my passions lie, but it doesn't mean that I have to spend shitloads of money on that, right? So if you are in the shadow aspects of this, you're probably going to find yourself spending quite a lot of money and not making enough. And maybe that's something that you have been dealing with for a while and you go, okay, next week I need to be a bit more practical. I'm seeing someone choosing slightly cheaper meals or cooking at home instead of eating out. I'm seeing someone opening the fridge and saying, okay, these are the things that I have. What can I make from them? And I don't know why, but this app popped in my head where you type what ingredients you have in the fridge and it shows you what dishes you can make from what you have. So maybe that's an idea for some of you, especially if you're trying to clear out the fridge or your cupboards where you have shitloads of everything and you don't know what to make from it. That would be quite beneficial for you here, I'm saying, especially if you want to save money, if you want to be a bit more practical with your money. But it seems like it's not that you just want to save it for the sake of saving it. You're saving it for something big, something that you will need in the future. So I don't know if you will want to invest or if you will want to buy a car or something that is of value to you. I want one more card for this side of the reading. Let me see. Five of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, what else? Nine of Cups is twice here. I don't know for who this is, but your cards are saying do not. What's the word I'm looking for? Do not punish yourself for the commitments that you have made or for the contracts that you have signed. Someone may think that it's bad, but it's not as bad as you make it to be. You can push through. This can lead you towards happiness. Now, would it be a work situation where someone, for example, they have signed a contract for a couple of years and now they have maybe second thoughts? Your cards are saying don't doubt yourself. This commitment, this contract will lead you closer to where you want to be in the long run. Okay? Sometimes you may have doubts about that, but it feels like someone is making it worse than it actually is. If you have doubts, talk to your friends, to your family, seek for advice if you need to. But overall, if this commitment or contract wasn't signed recently, then it will be within the next couple of, I want to say months. Overall, I'm being shown someone who's happy that they have stayed in this contract or commitment because they're seeing changes or they're seeing the light at the end of a tunnel in some way. This reminds me of a situation in a relationship where a couple has an argument. It's the first argument for someone, and someone wants to throw the relationship to the bin because maybe they're inexperienced, they don't know how to cope with their emotions, whatever the case. And once they do that, if they do that, they regret that decision that they made. So someone wants to try and work it out here, but if it's been dragging for a really long time and nothing is changing, it's just getting worse, then you know what to do. I'm also seeing, metaphorically speaking, someone who's sitting at a table, they're writing a book, but they're writing on paper, not on laptop. And they finish a page, they reread it, they crumble it, and they throw it right into trash. A couple of days later, they want to take out the trash, and they have this urge to look at that page again, and the way and once they read it again, they have a very different perspective of what was written, and they take it out of the trash and they use it for the book. And that very well may become one of the most interesting or important pages in that book. So here overall, the cards are saying let's not toss something into trash just because maybe there was a bit of a roadblock or someone has hit a difficult period in their life. Okay? And it goes for everything. Relationship or work situation. Also, I want to say, next week we're going to have don't minimize yourself, know how much you're worth. So if someone asks you in the interview how much money you want, ask for the money that you feel you are worth, that you feel you would get motivated by. And I'm not talking about insane amounts, right? We're being reasonable here, we're being practical here, which is really good. And I feel like that wish will come true where and they'll get back to you saying, yes, that we can do. So overall, pile number 2, I'm seeing someone saving money or putting some money aside for something important, focusing on your wishes and dreams. Also, some of them will be coming true next week, week and a half. Something that you wanted to happen, but you will have forgotten about it by that time. That's why it's going to be a really pleasant surprise. And we don't want to toss something into trash just because. Okay, I'm going to rephrase this. Let's not look at a situation that may disappoint you only in black and white terms. That will not be beneficial. Okay? Hope this made sense. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, my pile number 3. Let's see what is up with you next week, week and a half. You'll have a star to start with. Let's see. I'm gonna be pulling cards from various different decks. We'll look at them all together. Okay, if we'll need more, we'll pull more. Okay, Queen of Pentacles with kindness. 3 of Pentacles. The Moon. This is Dreams of Gaia Tarot, by the way, in case anyone will be asking. Twice. The Moon is twice here. Okay. We're seeing some sort of spiritual wisdom that someone is obtaining. This wisdom comes from within. It comes from the soul. It comes from the times past. Let's talk about this. 7 of Swords. Cleansing. Nice. So that's literally what we're cleansing. We're cleansing any deception, and specifically here, what I'm sensing with this, I'm not getting for pile number 3 that this 7 of Swords represents someone else's behavior. This represents your behavior against the self. What was the last time? You may sit down and you may want to take a moment. When was the last time I lied to myself? For example, I promised myself that next week I will do this, or until, I don't know, 2023 is the year when I complete that. Have you kept those promises to yourself? Or what am I neglecting? What am I choosing not to see? Cleansing says, trigger statement, I will never change. True statement, in each moment I am a new me. You are supported as you release habits and limiting patterns that are not serving your highest good. Some of you may literally be doing detox next week, week and a half. And it feels like what you're stepping into, you want to be more vulnerable with your thoughts and your feelings, the way you express yourself. We're not, say for example, if you feel like shit and you know you have to go to gathering, emotionally speaking, before leaving you put on a mask of a happy person. The gathering where you're going to, there are your closest friends, no random people. Or maybe before, some of you used to put on the mask and not talk about your issues at all. You would digest it on your own time without any help. Next week, week and a half, what we're being asked to do is to focus on partnerships. How can we give to one another? If I feel this way, let me talk to someone, or let me express my feelings and let me share the burden. Because you very well would want a friend to tell you what's happening with them in order to make them feel better, because you care for one another. So teamwork, partnerships, is where it is at next week and a half. Especially if you are trying to accomplish something, would it be a goal or a dream that you have with the star card? Work in a team. If you're working on your own, if this is a business, if you need advice, call a friend, call a father, someone who's good at whatever you're struggling with, okay? In that way you can progress faster. Now I'm seeing a situation that's gonna sound really weird, but someone may remember or feel their past life next week and a half. Something may happen where you go, ooh, this is weird. I don't know why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling right now. Or I don't know why I'm suddenly scared of this thing. I'm seeing like parallels in time, right? I'm seeing that someone's soul remembers an event that is from the past life. For example, you could be watching a movie and whatever is happening in that movie didn't happen in your life, but it feels like it did, and you don't understand why you're so empathetic to what's happening in the movie. It may feel like a reality for that moment to you, but you go, I don't know why I feel so connected to this. It might remind you of something that you have went through in the past life. Okay? With that comes some sort of wisdom. I don't know in which way exactly. Maybe some of you are going to do a bit of digging, a bit of self-reflection to see how that plays into your current life. And you're going to get some answers. Now, other people, what I'm seeing next week is quite a spiritual week for you. You may want to seek for a mentor. You may want to learn a new skill that's somehow connected to spirituality or intuition. You may go on a retreat of some sort or book yourself into one. You may want to pick up a book that's really old and has a lot of wisdom in it. And we're not talking about knowledge, we're talking about wisdom here, okay? Some of you will want to make some sort of witchy potions. You want to work with herbs. You may want to do some magic according to the moon phase. You may want to get rid of something that you don't need by burning the paper or burning sage or whatever, however you're doing this. I feel like you're gonna be very I'm just gonna say it this way. The veil between this life and other lives, as well as the other worlds, may be thin for you next week and a half. So when doing any witchcraft, any magic, or when practicing spirituality, meditating, whatever the case, talking to the guides, make sure that you are grounded enough before you start so that it doesn't confuse you or you don't invite the energies that you do not need. Just heads up for that, okay? Some of you may also want to avoid staring for way too long into a mirror, or you may want to cover your mirrors, if you have any, in your bedroom so that you sleep peacefully and you don't wander around or you don't have any extra presence that you don't need around you. You just may be a little bit overall more sensitive in that way, okay? I'm also seeing someone appreciating your motherly energy. Someone, regardless if you're male or female, someone may give you a compliment, someone may give you a call and say, hey, you know what, I really love the way you dealt with that situation, or thank you so much for helping me in that moment, or what you've told me, advice you've given me was really beneficial, or overall, like a meeting of appreciation with someone. The way they touch you, the way they hug you, you're gonna feel it if it's not gonna be words. It's also a really good week to focus on fatherhood or motherhood a little bit more. Spend a bit more time with your children. Maybe if you can, take some extra time off work or go with them somewhere, and also let your inner child play wherever you're going, so you will connect in that way. But overall, that's what I have for pile number 3. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.